to live. And in Luke chapter 12, he's just giving great instruction. He, at this point, is telling us how we should be ready for his return. It could happen at any moment. And you know what? In this scripture verse we're going to read today, I am astounded once again at who Jesus is. Here's what he says, Luke chapter 12, verse 37 and 38. Blessed are those slaves whom the master shall find on the alert when he comes. Truly I say to you that he will gird himself to serve and have them recline at the table, and will come up and wait on them. Whether he comes in the second watch or even in the third and finds them so, blessed are those slaves. Now, in our last video, Jesus said, you don't know what time the master's coming back. So gird yourself, be dressed and ready for him to return. Now, in this scripture verse, it says this, that when the master comes back, if he finds the servants ready, then he will dress himself and he will gird himself to serve the servants. Who ever heard of such a thing? Who ever heard of servants taking care of a house, and when the master comes back, their position and place in the household is to serve the master. But the master comes home and he finds his servants being good stewards, and he says this, the master then girds himself and serves his servants. This is so astounding to me. This is the same Jesus, isn't it, that in the upper room, when he's about to die, on the night that he was going to be betrayed, he put on the servant's towel and he tucked it into his belt and he began to wash the disciples' feet. It was the master serving the servants. And in the same way, I can't get my brain around this. If when Jesus comes back, I'm found doing what he asked me to do, he's going to be so delighted, because remember, we just saw where it says that the Father, with great joy, has given us the kingdom, that Jesus is going to say, because you were doing what I asked you to do, I'm going to serve you now. Whoa, that's more than I can understand. I don't fully know what that means, but Jesus is going to be so happy if when he comes back, we're being faithful to him. And he says whether he comes in the second watch or the third watch. In other words, he's saying whether he comes in the middle of the night or right before the morning. I love that, because he's saying when it gets really dark, I'm going to come back. And it'll be at a time when you don't expect, but there are going to be some who are saying, Jesus, I'm going to be faithful to you. And when he finds those people, he's going to go out of his way to bless them. Man, I want to be one of those people. He says, Jesus says, blessed are those slaves. Happy are those slaves. So let's be ready to go. Jesus, help me to be ready for your return.